Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. In this video we will be going over all mobs in Minecraft, and as you can see, our first mob is the bat. A pretty useless mob. When you kill it, it doesn't drop anything, and it's basically only in the game for aesthetic purposes. Now our next mob is the bee. It's a pretty recent addition. I'd say it's great for making honey farms. I don't really use them that much, and honestly, when they attack you, they're really annoying to try and fight. Guys, I really screwed up. I did not mean to spawn this many cats in. This is the worst mistake of my life. These guys are so unbelievably annoying to have to listen to. They're honestly the worst mob in the game, in my opinion. I don't care what anybody else says. These guys suck! Ah, the chicken. One of my, if not my favorite mob in the game. They're very effective, they're easy to breed, and you can get a lot of food out of them with not much effort. Looking at this in post, as a chicken enthusiast myself, it is very hard to see this chicken getting beat up. I can't believe I did this. I really don't think I have to say anything here. I mean, it's raw cod. There's not much depth to it, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but just looking at this makes me horrendously sad. Rest in peace. I feel like leaving this here for the rest of the video is the only way we can pay respects. I'm really scared as to what's about to happen. It's a cow, they're cute, okay? Don't blame me for what I'm- oh, okay. I definitely think I went overboard. After what happened with the cod, I'm gonna use that as fuel to let this dolphin have a nice, long, healthy life and give it some water so it can breathe. Am I not so generous? Next up, we move on to the donkey. It's basically a carbon copy of the horse, just not as athletic and usable. So this is not a very good animal for use. I don't recommend it, if that means anything. My opinion has changed. My opinion has changed. These guys suck. These guys suck. These guys are horrible. Ah, get them out of here. I feel like after what just happened, we need a very relaxed segment in a very monotone voice. So here we go. Here we have the fox. Don't. Oh no. Okay. Look, Fox, the donkeys just did this to me, man. You don't have to do this to me too. Come on. Don't even think about it. Hey! 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 Why are you laughing at me? Get back here! Boy, I'm gonna turn you into dinner! Get back here right now! Minecraft, tell me why foxes drop eggs. Please, I need to know. Here we have a horse. A more advanced donkey slash mule, some might say. They're very useful for riding. Okay. Why did I just make this mistake again? Maybe they won't be like the donkeys. And I don't think they will be, considering they're in a corner. I can't be the only person who thought llamas were alpacas when I first started Minecraft. Right? I swear to God they look like alpacas. I don't know why. I just don't know why. If they're the same thing, roast me in the comments below. I couldn't care less. I like mushrooms. Their design is pretty neat. I like the fact that they spawn in a biome without angry mobs, and the fact that if you shear them, they become a cow. It's pretty cool. Next up we have the mule. There's no reason for this to be in the game. It's literally just a downgraded version of the horse. Minecraft, please get rid of this mob. Next up we have basically just another version of the cat, and honestly, considering how many I spawned last time, it's a blessing that I only spawned one. This cat doesn't look so good. It's like he's staring off into the distance. Oh, jeez, this is a sad sight to see. What are you looking at? Despite having a horrid sound when you spawn it in, the panda doesn't really have much to dislike about it. It's big, chunky, and thick, and it's honestly pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie. You can find them in jungles. They're a pretty recent addition. I'm sure all panda lovers will like it. Next up we have the parrot. I'm pretty sure it's the first mob that can fly. If it's not, fight me, but it's pretty cute. It's pretty small. You can find them in different varieties. They spawn in the jungle. There's not much use for them besides if you want to be a pirate and have a pet parrot. They do sit on your shoulder, which is pretty cool. Next up we have the pig. And honestly, I kind of like this mob. It's kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. If I had to choose one mob for cutest mob of the year, I'd choose pig. Pig army! Next up we have the polar bear. A pretty useless mob. There's literally not a single use for this in the game except for having it as a pet. If you hit it, it attacks you. And generally, they're pretty useless, as I've said before. The one word I can use to describe them, useless. Someone please give me a reasonable explanation as to why polar bear drop a raw cod. This does not sound okay, nor does it look okay. Like, why are the pufferfish so small? Good lord! If there were a category for most underrated mobs, this mob, the rabbit, would definitely win it. You can kill them and you can get so many useless or useful things out of them. Sorry. I've been saying useless so much, good lord. Fish out of water in this game. They're just such a weird sight to see. Hands down, one of my favorite mobs in the game, the sheep. Just because I can make beds out of them on my first night in my brand new hardcore world. They're just so wonderful. Here we go. Yet another aquatic animal out of water, the squid. For some reason, when they're out of water, they automatically faceplant into the ground. I don't know why. I think these guys may need some help. Like, look at that. What? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the llama's more successful brother. He's basically a wandering trader's car, I guess. Useless. Alright, the update aquatic was pretty cool, but there's just no reason to have this many type of fish in a block game. I'm sorry, I don't see the reasoning behind it. As you'll see, when you kill it, you literally find Nemo. Next, we move on to one of the most versatile mobs, the turtle. Hell, you can even put this thing on armor. An animal on armor. It rivals the cow. Next, we move on to one of the least popular and most popular mobs, the villager. If you can't find a good trade out of these guys, they might as well be worthless. But if you can, they're the centerpiece of your Minecraft hardcore world. Just ask Luke the Notable. These guys are the ones who break into your house and ask to sell you candy if you get in their van. Except they swapped out the van with a llama. Look at these garbage trades. They're the most random things in the world. So, you deserve to be punished! When Minecraft says wolf spawn egg, they really mean dog spawn egg. Because these guys, if you tame them, they'll be loyal to you forever. If anybody even touches you, they will slaughter them. However, if you touch them, they will slaughter you. This mob is one of the most essential to the game. Don't even tell me otherwise. You can't even win without these guys. If Mondays were defined by a mob, it would be these guys. If they even touch you, you will be poisoned down to half a heart unless you have milk on hand. If Minecraft got the pig right the first time, then we wouldn't have the creeper. Just thinking about that makes me horrendously sad. Like, honestly, can't we just get rid of this thing? It's ruined so many people's daily lives. They added bombers to Minecraft, and this is what they look like. They're absolutely enormous, and you can shoot their fireballs back at them. It's called a ghast. They're pretty weird, and they make depressing noises. These guys are pretty hard to find, unless you're doing a raid, in which case they're still pretty hard to find. They drop totems of undying. They're pretty overpowered. Honestly, the evoker, it's honestly pretty effective to kill these guys. These guys are very useless and they suck. Suck it, beanbag! What you just listened to were the sounds of a dying, drowned, aka water zombie. These guys drop tridents. They're pretty overpowered, the tridents. These guys, honestly, they're weird. They're just weird. These guys are the reasons that you have to bring 10 buckets of milk every single time you go to your local water temple, or whatever they're called. Don't look at these guys in the eyes. If you do, then they'll go ballistic on you because they're socially insecure. I don't know why. Ask Mojang. Officially the most useless mob in the game, the Husk. They're literally zombies. There's nothing different except the sounds they make and the clothes they wear. They spawn in deserts. Can't we just use zombies, people? Yes, I forgot their name. No, I don't feel a reason to go and look it up. These guys are basically the piglins' bodyguards, except they're not really assigned to protect them. Honestly, they're kind of like the polar bears of the Nether, but they attack you for no good reason. Note to self, don't leave these guys in the overworld for too long. They literally decay, except they can still walk and they can still attack you. I don't know why Mojang felt like this was a feature the game needed. If you don't sleep for 3 days straight, these guys will come and viciously rip you to pieces. It's actually pretty hard to fight them off too, considering they fly. Seriously, why do we need this again? These are the guys who flipped Minecraft speedrunning techniques on their heads. You can use gold to trade with them in the Nether for Endermen, and you can also fight blazes in the Nether. You can literally beat the game in the Nether now. Like, seriously, it's overpowered. I don't know why Mojang felt like they needed this in the game. It's literally just a piglin, but with beefed up armor, I think. Tooth decay strikes again. When a raid occurs, these guys join along as well. The pillagers. They can be found in pillager outposts, not woodland mansions, as I previously suspected. These guys are basically the pillagers' backup. They're called Ravengers, I think. They're absolute beasts, and they also attack for no good reason. These guys are the defenders of the Elytros. These are also the only way that you can get levitation in Minecraft. They're called shulkers. You can find them in end cities. They're honestly pretty annoying, and they can also teleport around, just like Endermen. That's kind of a common theme in the end. These guys, Silverfish, are the ones that actually defend the end portal. They won't kill you, they'll just cause you infinite pain until you either kill them all, destroy their spawner, or just jump in the portal. These guys have killed me an untold amount of times in my new survival worlds. Skeletons, oh, they honestly just suck. There is a lot of good reasons in the game to have them, and if you kill them, there's a chance they'll drop bows. Pretty damaged bows, but bows nonetheless. If lightning strikes a horse, you get this, the skeleton horse. It's basically just the anatomy of a horse. Pretty stupid, you can't ride them, but they're pretty safe for Halloween. Instead of spawning in a slime, I'm just gonna walk around the super flat world and just show you a bunch of them. I don't know why, but for some reason, they're basically the only thing that spawns here. Now we have the spider, one of the most basic mobs in the entire game, except it can actually climb, which can make it very annoying when you try and block yourself off from it. It just climbs over it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Winter Skeleton. They're basically just skeletons, but like the Husk, they only spawn in snowy biomes. They're pretty useless, considering that we already have skeletons. Oh, and here's a Strider in the overworld. It looks disgusting, trust me, it's better in the Nether. How Dream survives his Minecraft manhunts the Strider, except it's on lava. These guys are basically horses, and you can ride them on lava, as I said. And also, as I said, these guys look much better. You can ride them in warped fungus on Hands down the hardest mob to fight in the entire game, the Vex. These guys come with the Evokers, I think. They just fly around, and they're just really annoying. Here we have the Evoker. These are the guys that bring the Vex. They're not really too powerful. I mean, they have magic, but the only magic they have is bringing over the Vex, who pretty much do the work for them. Now we have the Witch. All I'm gonna say is that they're one of the most annoying mobs to fight in the game. They'll just throw a bunch of potions on you, and then they'll throw a bunch of potions on them, and really it's just back and forth. These guys are where the beacon starts. You kill them, they have a 2.5% chance to drop their skull, and then you have 3 skulls, and you can make the Wither, you kill them, you get a beacon. Or you get the Nether Star that can make a beacon. These guys are basically the skeleton's older brother. They can wither you, and they're extremely tall. Now we have the Zoglin, and if you'll remember, the Piglin's bodyguard basically decayed into this, so that's what that's called. Leading me to believe that the non-decayed version of this would be called the Poglin, and that's pretty pog. I don't really need to say much here. By the egg, you can probably tell what this is. It's the zombie. When people think of Minecraft mob, they think of this thing of art. Not the brightest in the bunch, I'll tell you that. Now we move on to the zombie horse. I'm not sure how these spawn. I'm not sure why they're here. They're basically the unpopular version of the skeleton horse. When a zombie infects a villager, you get this piece of art. This piece of art. Now, if you cure it, it'll give you a discount on trades. You have to splash them with a weakness potion and give them a golden apple. And if you want a cheap trade farm, then these are the type of guys you want. They're not too hard to get, so yeah. For the final mob, we move on to the decayed version of the Piglin. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss zombie pigmen. I might just start playing on 1.15 just so I can see those guys. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you for watching the video all the way through. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to drop a like, as I spent countless hours making this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.